Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my beautiful people. Thank you guys for tuning back into the channel. Really appreciate you guys for spending your time and your day here with me. I'm here about to talk about one of my favorite albums of all time. I'll actually tell you guys that this is one of my top 5 favorite albums ever released. I would say that there's very few skips, and it just depends on the type of day that I'm honestly having, to be honest. And this is none other than dun, 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 the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This is one of my, like I said, one of my all-time favorites, and this is actually one of my favorite female released albums. I would say, on the lens of all the ones that I've listened to, I would say this one is one that I keep coming back to, just like Frank Ocean's Blonde, just like Isaiah Rashad's The Sun's Tirade. Like, those are albums that to me are timeless, and just like Crash Talk with Schoolboy Q, like every single time I go and listen to these albums, they just take me back to a specific time, specific moment in my life where I was just having a lot of fun. I was enjoying a lot of things. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I'll tell you guys a little bit of the fun facts, and then I'll tell you guys some of my favorite songs off of it, so you guys could listen to it if you guys have not listened to it, or if you guys have some other songs that you guys would recommend that I listen to. Tell me about them, because I know she was on the Fugees. She did a lot of great stuff. And this is her only album ever released, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, here's some of the fun facts. In 1999, Lauryn Hill became the first woman to earn 5 Grammys in one night, and her wins included Best New Artist, Best R&B Album, and Album of the Year. To date, which is crazy, she has won 8 Grammys and received 19 Grammy nominations in total. That is crazy absurd. And she's doing it all for the love of hip-hop, which I think is so dope. In 2021, the Guinness Book of World Records, actually, so this is 23 years after the release, because this was released in 1998. This would be 23 years, as stated. This is coming as Lauryn Hill became the first female rapper to reach diamond certification for 10 million copies of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Not only has no other female achieved the feat since, but Lauryn Hill is in rare company, meaning that there are very few who have achieved this. So the list would include Eminem, Outkast, the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Beastie Boys, and MC Hammer, which I think is so dope. It's a small little clique that they got. And another fun fact, a college-age John Legend, little tongue twister for you, he was actually on Everything is Everything, which I thought was so crazy, researching and looking into this. And he was attending the University of Pennsylvania when he actually met Lauryn Hill through a mutual friend. And I thought that was so cool to begin with. Like, wow, how the hell do you know Lauryn Hill? Like, can you introduce me to her, basically? They met each other. He played piano, sang a Stevie Wonder song. I don't know which one it is. And she basically invited him to basically get on this album. I don't know how John Legend at his young age did it. He said he did it in a 2013 interview, so this would be about like 10 years plus. He was talking about how he was on this, and it's aged like fine wine. We're talking 25 years plus, and it's still aging, and it's, I think, in rotation for a lot of people. I would say Lauryn Hill is an essential if you're like a rap head, because she really was a pivotal essential person that we needed. And going into the early 2000s, I think she paved the way for a lot of artists that we now know, such as like SZA, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, to some extent, because they were, just like I talked about previously, they were so enamored with the history of everything that was going around them that they were able to propel themselves further than the people that they were around. And I thought it was so dope because, for example, I'll tell you guys a little fun fact. This was actually, the first week sales for this was 422,624 copies, which was the highest first week numbers for a female artist as the release. However, this was actually trumped, and I'll tell you guys a crazy number, by Adele with 3.38 million copies, which was 25. That was the name and number of her album. And I thought it was so crazy because this was not even 10 times X what she did for the album sales. And I thought it was so dope because the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is amazing. So yeah, it's so crazy. It paved the way for a lot of future artists, like I spoke about. It blended a lot of great things. She spoke a lot about heartfelt things. One of my favorite songs is about her son, which is Zion. So I thought that was so dope. I'll tell you guys all my favorites. So there's actually 2 hidden tracks. This is a 14 track album. There's 16 tracks. So if you were to listen to it back in 1998, drop your needle on the track, you would actually play all the 14, get to the end of 14, you would think it'd end. But then at 15, it starts with Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, which was actually on a soundtrack for a lot of movies, a lot of videos. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And then track 16, which is one of my favorites, it has one of my favorite instrumentals probably of all time, is Tell Him. So I thought that was so dope. I'll tell you guys that from the order that it's in, X Factor to Zion, Doo Wop, When It Hurts So Bad, I Used to Love Him, Forgive Them Father, Nothing Even Matters with D'Angelo, which was amazing, R.I.P. My Boy, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You like I stated, and then Tell Him. These are all great tracks. I highly recommend every single one of them. I honestly think it's so crazy because I Used to Love Him was actually with a Wu-Tang sample, so I thought that was pretty cool. Mary J. Blige actually samples a hook from Ice Cream, which is a song released in 1995 by Raekwon and another. And I thought it was so dope because it actually incorporated a lot of cool things. Back in the day, you had Method Man on it. And it's so dope because you were able to feel the nostalgia of the 90s, how great it was, how synchronous it was, if that's even a word. And it's just it's so beautiful, you know, like music connects a lot of people. It's great, and I thought it was so dope. I'm really thankful for this album. It's so dope. So yeah, if you were to look at it in the back, it only has 14 tracks. I know it doesn't have the numbers, but like I stated, there's 2 hidden, and it's one of the dopest albums ever released. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here. Really appreciate you guys for spending your time. As of the filming of this video, I might have hit 200 subscribers. Whether I did or not, that is up to fate to decide. But I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. It's so crazy. January 11th is actually my grandma's birthday, so that is so dope. Shout out my grandma. I went to work today. It was a very eventful day, and it was awesome, you know. So I really appreciate every single one of you guys for all the minutes, all the hours, all the days spent watching me and really dealing with what the consistency of the channel has been. There's a lot more great things coming to the channel, so I really appreciate everything that has been going on, and don't think I take it for granted. Every single day is a great day, especially because I got you guys, so I really appreciate it. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe. I hope you guys' new year started off great, and go get Monday, which is tomorrow for me, but whatever day of the week it is, go kick ass, do your thing, and know that you're loved, know that you're appreciated. Take care, homie. Deuces.